Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
In the delicate arena of compliance, every conversation matters. Traditional methods can leave callers feeling unheard, but Ethico changes the game. Our empathetic interview technique reshapes compliance calls into powerful, compassionate interactions, ensuring no crucial detail is missed. It's about creating a conversation that matters, that resonates, that makes a difference. Be the change in your compliance approach. See the transformation for yourself at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo, try our free ROI calculator, and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, The ROI of Compliance.
The Daily Compliance News for August 6, 2024. The Texans don't want corruption edition. We begin with that story from YahooNews, reposting a op-ed piece from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram that says that Texans are fed up with corruption at the top of the state government, led by Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton. Texans have a proud tradition of standing up for what is right and holding our leaders accountable. These leaders believe in corruption, and they're not being held accountable. So there you go. The great state of Texas speaks. Next up from Reuters in the Good Luck edition, law firms, or the ABA recommends that law firms let lawyers unplug with billable hour credit, and that law firms should encourage their employees to fully unplug from work for a minimum of 1 week per year to reduce burnout and improve well-being. Well, if you work at a big firm, rots of luck with that. I've never known any firm to actually ever do anything to cut back on billable hours, but what's the remedy? Law firms should issue 40 billable hours credit to incentivize them to do so. Next up, this article is entitled Takeaways from Our Investigation into Banned AI Chips in China. And it is from the New York Times, and it's a very interesting article about how the U.S. tried to halt Chinese progress with artificial intelligence and ban the export of advanced chips to China. These are primarily made by NVIDIA, a Silicon Valley firm, but appears that this has been completely undermined by an underground market of smugglers who are smuggling AI chips into China. And companies have found workarounds, no surprise there, and that American chips have been used, of course, to further the Chinese military and espionage capabilities. Our final story comes to us from the Financial Times, which reports that there's a huge fight in Delaware over who makes the rules for U.S. companies. Lawyers, judges, and legislators are locked in a war of words over who gets to say what corporate governance governs corporations. And the Delaware Court of Chancery is in the middle of this, having specified that Elon Musk was not entitled to his $66 billion pay package. Now they're attacking the court directly. As I mentioned at the start of this podcast, this month's sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Have you ever wondered how to show the ROI of your compliance program? Have you struggled with the budgeting process, getting the funds you want for your compliance program? Well, I've partnered with Ethico to put together a white paper on the ROI of compliance, which shows you not only how to demonstrate ROI, but also how to speak finance when you're sitting across from the CFO with your budget proposals. Check out the website and get the white paper. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.